remember in Bendy Chapter 1 how after finally fixing the ink machine you go back and it ends up being blocked off? What the who did that anyway? And how in the world did they do it in record time? Another Bendy and the ink machine theory? You betcha! It's really strange that at the moment we fix the ink machine room, it gets blocked off, almost as if we're getting trolled by one of the characters. What's even stranger is that this happens in timing with Bendy crawling through the vents to get to that room. No matter whoever or whatever it was that blocked off the ink machine room, we know that they knew that Bendy was coming. We also know that they had to be quick. These boards would have to be up faster than Sonic on a coffee binge, especially since the person or thing that did it got out in record time too. Have you taken a look at the area around the entrance to the ink machine? Before it gets blocked off, the area is spotless. Kinda. But after it gets blocked, the area is splattered with ink and has mysterious footprints around it. I go into a lot of depth about the footprints in this video. The main takeaway from that video is that there are weird footprints there. Anyway, it looks like the character left behind a big inky mess by the ink machine. I wonder which inky character we've come across could have left that mess behind. I'll give you one guess. His name starts with S and ends in Amy Lawrence. What? Joey Drew? No! Sammy Lawrence. Sammy Lawrence has an inky body and possibly a room with a music note sign in Chapter 1, so it's gotta be him, right? Nope. Remember when Sammy holds us hostage in Chapter 2? We see him walking away and he doesn't seem to leave any inky messes behind him when walking to his announcer box to call upon his Bendy senpai. You could say that he was the one moving around the studio between the cracks and leaving messy ink puddles behind by them. Totally covered this in depth already. Crack should be like a subway network at the studio. And maybe the way he chooses to move around the studio could affect just how much mess he makes. Look at it this way, using the cracks would be messy and walking around would be a-okay. I don't want to go into detail as to why, but why would Sammy want to block his senpai from roaming the studio anyway? Perhaps the ritual wasn't perfectly set up for him in the music department yet at the time. There's also the footprints to consider. Does this guy even have feet, or are they just inky stumps? Anyway, unless Sammy really did use those cracks to move around the studio, kind of like what Bendy did to him, Sammy Lawrence is eliminated from this theory. Later, Sammy. Now who else could possibly leave behind this mess and be quick while they were at it? I've seen a lot of prodigies saying it could be a searcher, and maybe this could be true. It just makes me wonder why a searcher would want to go against Bendy. Besides, do searchers even have the ability to board up rooms in record timing? We can't say for sure, but their size and shape don't really back it up, and they don't seem to exist long enough after they physically collide with something. Who else could it be, Prod? Huh? Okay then. Since they blocked off the ink machine really quickly with wooden planks, it was probably the most handy person at the studio that we know of. The janitor, Wally Franks, the one character who has experience maintaining things at the studio. Given his audio tapes, he seems to be the cowardly type and good at running away. He probably heard the ink machine kicking into gear and Bendy coming and went to work on stopping Bendy from being unleashed immediately. And the inky mess makes me wonder if he has an inky form. There are a couple of problems with this choice though. Let me know what you think they are. It also depends on whose room it is that opens in the Meatleys Chapter 3 teaser gif. Is it Wally's office, or is it... Wait a second. Remember how I said earlier that Joey Drew could be the culprit? Well, if he really did start with witchcraft, it's possible that he summoned these wooden planks into existence with his power. Perhaps he has a book on him, like another copy of The Illusion of Living, where he can draw something and make that become a reality through the ink that flows all around the studio, kind of like a reverse Death Note. It might even explain why he needed all that ink in the first place and why the area around the planks is so messy. Maybe I'll talk about that more in another video, but I'll tell you what, you should totally check out these videos that were picked just for you. Take a look and get hooked and click on my face to subscribe and tap that bell for all notifications if you're new and need more theories. It has to look like it's ringing or there's no point. And if you're wondering what I said earlier in the video that got cut off, it was, what the family? Gotcha!